The sun beats down on the Arabian Gulf. The air is thick with anticipation. On August 1st, 2025, a new season begins. This is not just any day, it is the official start of Kuwait's shrimp fishing season. For months, the waters have been quiet, resting. Now they are ready to give up their treasure. It's a critical time for many people here. Fishing is more than a job, it's a way of life passed down through generations. This moment marks the start of a new chapter in their annual struggle for survival and a bountiful harvest from the sea. Imagine the scene at dawn. The docks are alive with activity. Engines roar to life, breaking the morning silence. A fleet of licensed vessels, exactly 53 of them, are prepared for the challenge ahead. These are the only boats given the official green light to hunt for shrimp. Each captain and crew knows the risks and the rewards. They are heading out into the vast open water, a place I know well. The wilderness of the sea is unforgiving, but it provides for those who respect it. These fishermen are modern-day survivors, relying on their skill, their boats, and a bit of luck to bring home a good catch. The target is specific. They are after two main types of shrimp. One is the nair, known to scientists as Penaeus semisulcatus. It's a big, juicy prize. The other is the smaller but equally important shahami, or Meta Penaeus affinis. These creatures are the backbone of the local fishing industry. The first few days of the season are crucial. They set the tone for the months to come. A strong start means full markets, happy customers, and most importantly, a steady income for the fishing families who depend entirely on this marine resource. It's a high-stakes game against nature. The excitement is not just on the boats. Back on shore, markets and restaurants are waiting. People in Kuwait love their shrimp. It is a key part of their diet and culture. The start of the season means fresh, local seafood will soon be available everywhere. This connection between the sea and the table is ancient, but it all depends on a successful and well-managed season. The journey of these 53 boats is more than just fishing. It is about feeding a nation and upholding a tradition that is woven into the very fabric of Kuwaiti life. Survival here is a team effort. Out here in the wild, rules are what keep you alive. The same is true for the shrimp. You can't just take without a plan. That's where the Public Authority for Agriculture Affairs and Fish Resources, or PDFR, steps in. They are the guardians of this underwater world. They have set strict regulations to ensure the shrimp population doesn't get wiped out. One of the most important rules is about the gear you use. Fishermen are only allowed to use a specific type of net, a trawl net with a particular mesh size. This prevents them from catching the baby shrimp, which need to grow and reproduce. These regulations are not suggestions, they are laws. Breaking them has serious consequences. PADFR patrols the waters, making sure every boat follows the code. It's like setting a trap. You have to do it right, or you end up with nothing for the future. The rules also dictate where the boats can fish. Certain areas are completely off limits. These protected zones act as nurseries for the shrimp, safe havens where they can thrive without the threat of being caught. This is smart survival thinking, giving nature a chance to recover and replenish its stocks for the next generation. Think of it as a pact with nature. We agree to fish responsibly, and in return, the sea continues to provide for us. The authorities have a tough job. They must enforce these rules to protect a resource that is vital for the country's food security and economy. This isn't about making life difficult for the fishermen. It's about ensuring that their children and their children's children can also make a living from these same waters. Without these controls, the shrimp population would collapse, and this ancient way of life would disappear forever. It's a harsh reality, but nature demands respect. The commitment to these regulations shows a deep understanding of the environment. It is a survival strategy on a national scale. By managing the number of boats, the type of equipment used, and the areas open for fishing, Kuwait is actively working to prevent overfishing. This kind of foresight is what separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. You have to work with your environment, not against it. These rules are the key to a sustainable harvest, ensuring that the shrimp season can remain a celebrated event for many years to come. Every survivor knows that timing is everything. You need to know when to act and when to wait. This is the core idea behind Kuwait's annual close season for shrimp fishing. For about 7 months, from January to the end of July, all shrimp fishing is banned. This period is not a holiday, it's a crucial time of conservation. It lines up perfectly with the shrimp's breeding season. By leaving them alone during this vulnerable time, we allow them to reproduce and grow. This ensures that when the season finally opens, the population is strong and healthy, ready for a sustainable harvest. This closed season is the ultimate act of respect for the life cycle of the shrimp. It gives the Penaeus semisulcatus and Metapenaeus affinis the space they need to flourish. Along with the ban, there are protected areas like Kuwait Bay. These zones are permanent no-go areas for trawlers. Think of them as nature's emergency rations. They are biological hotspots, full of food and shelter, where marine life can thrive undisturbed. These safe zones act as reservoirs, constantly replenishing the shrimp populations in the wider fishing grounds. It's a brilliant strategy for long-term survival. For the local fishing community, this balance between fishing and conservation is their lifeline. A healthy shrimp population means a reliable source of income. When the shrimp are plentiful, catches are good, and the fishermen can support their families. This isn't just about making money, it's about preserving a cultural heritage. For many, fishing is the only life they know. The sustainability of the shrimp stocks is directly linked to the economic well-being of these communities. When we protect the shrimp, we are also protecting the livelihoods of thousands of people who depend on the sea. Of course, this balance requires sacrifice. The closed season means months without income from shrimping. But the fishermen understand that this short-term pain leads to long-term gain. It's a lesson the wild teaches you again and again. You have to invest in your environment to reap the rewards. This partnership between the authorities, scientists, and the fishing community is vital. By working together, they ensure that the shrimp of Kuwait are not just a resource for today, but a legacy for the future. It's a tough environment, but with smart management, it can provide for generations. Every expedition has its challenges. For Kuwait's shrimp fishers, the journey is getting tougher. One of the biggest storms they face is the rising cost of survival. The price of diesel fuel, which powers their boats, has gone up. The cost of maintaining their vessels and gear, like nets and engines, is also increasing. These expenses eat directly into their profits. A fisherman can have a great catch, but if the cost of getting it was too high, he still struggles. It's a constant battle to make ends meet, a fight against economic pressures that are as unpredictable as the weather. Another major challenge is finding enough hands on deck. There is a shortage of experienced crew members. The work is hard, the hours are long, and it takes a special kind of person to handle life at sea. Many of the younger generation are looking for less demanding jobs on land. This labor shortage puts a huge strain on the boat owners. Without a full and skilled crew, they can't operate efficiently or safely. It's a critical problem that threatens the very foundation of the industry. You can have the best boat in the world, but without a team you can count on, you are lost. Despite these tough conditions, the spirit of survival is strong. The commitment to sustainable management is the key to navigating these challenges. By ensuring the shrimp population remains healthy, the rules and conservation efforts provide a degree of stability. A reliable and plentiful catch can help offset some of the rising costs. It gives the fishermen a fighting chance. The future of Kuwait's shrimp industry depends on this delicate interplay between economic reality and ecological responsibility. It's about finding a path forward that supports both the people and the environment they rely on. Looking to the horizon, the mission is clear. Protecting Kuwait's shrimp is not just about seafood, it's about national pride, food security, and a sustainable future. It requires constant vigilance, adaptation, and a deep respect for the marine world. Just like surviving in the wild, it means making smart choices today to ensure there is a tomorrow. By continuing to manage this precious resource with care, Kuwait can ensure that its waters will remain a source of life and livelihood for many years to come. It's a tough challenge, but one they're equipped to face.